How are we doing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, football pundits around the world? It's your boy Adam here on Cal Sports Football. How are we all doing? What are our predictions today? We had one derby yesterday. We have another derby today. Who comes out on top on this one? Is it going to be Arsenal? Is it going to be Tottenham? How are we doing? Simon there in the chat. Arsenal, maybe? It's a derby. Anything can happen in a derby. League form goes out the window. Yes, it may play a part, but anything can happen. And the question is, can Arsenal get the vital victory today and give themselves a bit of breathing room at the top of the table? Or will Tottenham get a victory today and give themselves something to work on? A Tottenham victory today pushes them closer to top four. Newcastle managed a late victory against a late goal, should I say, to give them a victory against Fulham. Fulham in sixth place? Are you being serious? What is going on with the Premier League? Chelsea get a victory earlier today, but that only pushes them up to that. Sorry, that they didn't even move. They just stayed 10th. Insane, absolutely insane. Joint points with Liverpool, who are sitting 9th. Lost yesterday against Brighton. What a beautiful goal that Danny Welbeck one was. If you haven't seen it already, check it out. But that was a beautiful goal by Danny Welbeck. Just chips it past Gomez and slots into the back of the net. Arsenal taking on Simon there, Liverpool. Do we not talk about Liverpool? What is going on at Liverpool, man? What is going on? They just can't seem to get anything going for them. They just can't seem. It's like selling Sadio Mane at the start of the season to Bayern Munich was like the jigsaw that broke it all apart. That was like the last thread. He pulled that out and that was it. They've got nothing else in them. It's insane. Absolutely insane. Man City, 2 defeats in their last 5. That's madness, that. That is madness. You would not even think that. Arsenal, huge victory today pushes them 8 points clear at the top of the table. However, their last 8 results at Tottenham, they lost the previous 3. They drew at the London Stadium. Mikel Arteta was manager the last time they won in March 2014. Rosicky. Is it Rosicky? Is that Rosicky? Yes, it is Rosicky there with a goal. From the right hand side, just looking at the goal here. Huge game today. Huge game today in the Premier League. This is probably one of the biggest games in the Premier League. When you look at the games that affected the outcome of the Premier League, this is one that people are going to be looking back on. But a huge game today in the Premier League. We had Chelsea win today. Got a victory against Crystal Palace, goal by Kai Havertz. But still not good enough. Look at it, 22 goals. 22 goals scored, 22 goals scored, 21 goals conceded. Compared to Arsenal with 40 goals scored, Manchester City 46 goals scored. They're so far off the pace, it's insane. How many? They've scored 22 goals. Leeds United and Leicester have scored more and they sit below them in the table. That is madness, absolute madness to think about. But how are we all doing, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Where are we all from? Who do we support? Let me know what you think of this game. What are your predictions today? My own man will be happy. Chelsea won, but they won and they sit 10th. They were 10th when they started this weekend, and they stayed 10th. So that just shows the victory. They need to keep getting a couple back to back. Harry Kane will be starting for um, Arsenal today. Huge game at the North London Stadium. This is absolute madness, this game. Saliba and Gabriel are the centre-back pairings. Now, do Saliba and Gabriel... I'll be honest with you. I feel like there is a weakness in the Arsenal team, and it's the I thought it was Gabriel, but is it the mentality? Do they have the emotional capability to lift the title, Arsenal? You think about their game against, who was it against? Newcastle? Adam Digster there. How are you doing, Digster? I bet you're not doing great today. Come on, you Spurs. Huge game today. But can Tottenham get into the heads of this Arsenal team and into the head of Mikel Arteta? When they played Newcastle, emotionally, Arsenal were not in the right place towards the end of the game. And uh, they, they dropped points against them. Now, if Tottenham can do the same and get in here, they come out of the tunnel. You're right, the players are walking out of the tunnel there. Harry Kane and Odegaard leading the teams. Who is the one that can get into this Arsenal head? Zinchenko, Xhaka, two players that lost their cool against Newcastle. But we'll have to wait and see. Cheeky Martin Tyler. Let's give you the Arsenal teams. Let's transition over. Arsenal with... No, sorry, let's give you the Tottenham team, should I say. Hugo Lloris back in goal for the derby. It's a back three of Christian Romero, Eric Dyer, and Clement Longley. A midfield for Matt Doherty, Pape Sarr, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, and Ryan Sessegnon playing the wingbacks. Kulusevski and Son play behind the striker. That is that man, Harry Kane. Three players that need to turn up today. Son, Kulusevski, and Kane have to turn up today. They have to. They can't. I don't know. They just need to turn up and do something today. What do you guys think? Arsenal, on the other hand, Ramsdale is in goal for Arsenal. No change there. Aaron Ramsdale. Back four. Zinchenko, Gabriel, Saliba, and Ben White. Midfield three. Odegaard, Partey, and Granit Xhaka. Martinelli, Bukayo Saka, Eddie and Nketiah leading the line. Tierney, Smith-Rowe holding Tomiyasu, Vieira, Lokonga, Marquinhos, and Smith all on the bench. Emile Smith-Rowe on the bench. The North London derby, ladies and gentlemen, is North London red, is North London white. Who gets the bragging rights today? Are Arsenal going to cement themselves further up the table? Ahead of the pack? Or do Tottenham have something to say and to give themselves something to build on to get themselves into top four? What do you guys think? The players come out here ready to play. Harry Kane giving the last moment, most goals scored in the North London derby. Harry Kane with 14. Emmanuel Adebayo with 10. Bobby Smith with 10. Robert Perez with 8. And Alan Sunderland with 8. Harry Kane knows what to do in the North London derby. I think one of his best goals came in the North London derby, where he has it down the left-hand side, and instead of going for a cross, he goes for a shot. Martin Odegaard there having a few moments with the rest of the team with the huddle. Eddie Nketiah, a goal per 140 minutes. Can he be pivotal in this Arsenal team? Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot stress how important this game is, not just for the Premier League, but both of these teams playing. Arsenal will want to win and give themselves something further up the stadium. Sorry, the table. Beautiful stadium. You're right there, Dixter. Absolute wonderful stadium. The game kicks off with Arsenal shooting from left to right. Tottenham from right to left. And Ramsdale with a long ball over the top towards White. But Mbappe saw his there and he feeds the pass in towards Harry Kane. Hits it up top towards Kulusevski. Zinchenko is defending. Tries to head it into the path of Doherty, but it's cleared away by Arsenal. And it goes out for a Tottenham throwing down that right hand side. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a massive game here on Cal Sports Football. How are we doing? Let me know your predictions and let's talk some football. Here we go with Doherty now to take the throwing down that right hand side over the top towards Kulusevski. Zinchenko's there to clear it down the line and it goes out for another Tottenham throwing on that right hand side. Dyer on this right hand side. Longley. Sessegnon tries to feed the ball forward, but it comes off Ben White. And it goes out for a throwing. Scuba Culture there. How are you doing, Scuba Culture? What are your predictions today? It's been a considerable amount of time since you last won at the Tottenham Stadium. Let me know what you think. Here we go with Son on the ball down to the left side towards Sessegnon, who's bringing the ball forward. Thomas Partey comes over to cover. Sessegnon whips the ball into the box, but it comes off Partey. And it goes out for a Tottenham throwing down the left side. I watched Brighton versus Liverpool and Liverpool got battered. I don't understand what Liverpool need to do to turn it around. Up until the 45th minute, it was 0-0. There was nothing in the game. Brighton came out second half and scored 3 goals. Beautiful goals. That Danny Welbeck goal is contender for the season. What an absolute beautiful ball. He gets the ball, chips it over Gomez, and just slots it into the back of the net. Brighton are a dangerous team. You're right. You think it's going to be 2-1, Scuba? Let me know who you think is going to score. Here we go with Højbjerg on the halfway line. Tries to switch it over the top, and Zinchenko's there to pick up the loose ball. And he goes back to Gabriel into Xhaka. Zinchenko now with the ball on the edge of his own box into Xhaka. And it goes back to Gabriel on this left-hand side. Zinchenko being harassed high up the field by Doherty. He gets the foul and it goes out for it's a free kick for Arsenal on this left-hand side. I remember when they beat United at the start of the season. It was a lesson learnt by Ten Hag. Ten Hag learnt a lot about United and he changed it from the get-go. The Brentford and Brighton games were huge for United's success towards the second part of the season. Ramsdale now to restart the game down this left side. Hits the ball high up into the air. It's cleared away by Romero. Harry Kane gets there. Højbjerg tries to feed Kulusevski in behind, but Saliba's there. And it goes all the way back to the keeper, Ramsdale. What drink have I got? I've made some cordial. Vimto cordial. But I might get some mint tea, you know, just to settle the throat. Here we go with Arsenal now. Managed to get away from the from the Tottenham press. Xhaka feeds it into Odegaard. Odegaard out wide to Ben White. Ben White into Saka. Saka now bringing the ball forward. Sessegnon's there, but it's cleared away by Longley. It falls its way to Xhaka. Out to the left side towards Martinelli. Martinelli one-on-one against Doherty. He gets away from him. The shot is taken, but Romero is there. And Kulusevski picks up the loose ball. Zinchenko applying the pressure, but Kulusevski gets away from him. Into Saw. Saw into Harry Kane. Harry Kane takes it in his stride, and he gets away from Thomas Partey, and he lays it out to the center side towards Sessegnon. Sessegnon's got Son ahead of him, and he's bringing the ball forward into the Arsenal half. There are enough Arsenal players here, but it's cleared away, and it goes out for a Tottenham throwing down this left-hand side. My taste buds going there. How are we all doing, ladies and gentlemen? Højbjerg into Sessegnon to Harry Kane, backwards to Longley, and Longley feeds it all the way to Dyer on the halfway line. Dyer holds on to the centre circle, squares into the path of Romero. Romero bringing the ball forward. Out wide to Doherty. Kulusevski holding on to the ball here. Plays a 1-2 with Saw. A new midfield partnership for Tottenham today. Pape Saw and Emil Højbjerg. We'll have to wait and see how that works. Here we go with Sessegnon trying to go around the outside of Saka. He's brought down, but the game carries on with Odegaard. Thomas Partey on the halfway line, bringing it forward. He's got a few players ahead of him. Which one's he going to choose? He goes into Odegaard. Odegaard has time to turn to bring it forward on the edge of the box. Out wide to Ben White, but Sessegnon is there. And it comes off Ben White, and it goes out for a corner. Oh no, it comes off the defender, and it goes out for a corner. Spurs are actually playing football. Like I said, Digster, the derby changes a team's performance. A derby can help a team build off something. If Tottenham get a result today, they have something to build from. If Arsenal get a result today, they have something to work with. Here we go with an Arsenal corner down the right side. 5 minutes, 40 seconds into the game. Bukayo Saka steps up to take it. One of the most influential players in this Arsenal teams. Left foot into the box towards the middle, and it's headed up high up into the air. Romero will head it away, but Kulusevski clears it into the path of Ben White, who comes out to the right side towards Saka. Saka 1-on-1 against Sessegnon, goes around the inside this time and goes backwards to Ben White. Goes over the top towards Gabriel, but it's headed away by Doherty, and it falls to Partey. Xhaka goes out to Zinchenko down that left-hand side, and he returns it back to Partey on the halfway line, feeds it first time into Gabriel and returns it back to Partey. We're not even halfway through the season. Loads of plot twists to come. Well, today's the halfway game, right? 19th. Lloris there nearly losing the ball to Martinelli on the edge of the 6-yard box, and it's cleared away, but it falls to Martinelli. He tries to feed it into Pastor Nketiah, who has a chance, but it's a save there by Lloris. It falls to Xhaka, feeds it into Nketiah. Martinelli now scooped away, comes to Odegaard. Odegaard on the edge of the box, but Son's there, and Tottenham managed to clear it away by Sessegnon. Harry Kane picks up the loose ball here and goes backwards to Longley, and Arsenal were nearly in behind here. Lloris there, another mistake by Hugo Lloris. How many times are you going to let him take the ball? Kulusevski's brought down in his own half, and it's a free kick for Tottenham. Hugo Lloris with a mistake. Sessegnon doesn't clear it down the line, and it allows Arsenal to get an opportunity. Eddie Nketiah has so much time to take the shot. He doesn't get a clear shot. It's straight at the keeper. What is he doing? Big opportunity there for Arsenal. Huge opportunity in the 7th minute there for Eddie Nketiah. Harry Kane now tries to feed him behind to Son. Can he get the header, Saliba? He does, but Zinchenko's there to pick up the ball. It's cleared away into the path of Kulusevski. Kulusevski losing the ball to Martinelli. Martinelli tries to go down the outside of Harry Kane. He does well to find Eddie Nketiah. Goes short to Xhaka. Xhaka into Partey on the centre circle. Out to the right side towards Ben White, bringing it into the Tottenham half. And he feeds Saka first time. Saka 1-on-1 against Sessegnon. Cuts in on his left foot, back in on his right. Into Ben White, whose cross is sliced. And it goes out for a goal kick. Hands on head by Arteta, because he knows that was a huge opportunity for Eddie Nketiah in the first 10 minutes of the game. Dyer. Sessegnon into Højbjerg, but Højbjerg can't get away from Partey. Ben White picks up the loose ball and he goes into Xhaka. Xhaka bringing the ball forward. Eddie Nketiah makes a run off the ball. He goes short to Odegaard. Odegaard into Martinelli. Zinchenko's behind him. Martinelli holds it up. Goes into the edge of the box. He manages to get away from the players, but he's brought down. The referee's having none of it and trying to manage to clear it, but Gabriel has the ball. He goes into Partey into Odegaard. It's one-way traffic here in the first couple of minutes of the game. Odegaard into Nketiah. Nketiah has time to turn and he feeds Zinchenko down the left-hand side. Eddie goes on the run, but Zinchenko holds on to it. Goes backwards to Xhaka. Xhaka lines one up here. Plays a 1-2 with Partey. Again looking for some movement. Partey now on the ball. Into Nketiah, but it's a challenge there by Doherty. And the referee's going to pull it. Sorry, Romero. Referee's going to pull it back for a free kick. And I'm surprised with that. I thought Romero got the ball. But the referee thought otherwise. I enjoy your commentary, Digster. I'm starting to get a lot of those comments recently, you know. I'm starting to get a lot of those comments. And I love it. I love it. Like I said, the dream is to show you a live game here. Live professional game. Champions League final. FA Cup final. The last day of the Premier League. A World Cup final. Euro final. Europa League final. South American Cup final. Whatever we can do. Anything that I can show you live here so that I can commentate for you. Odegaard now to take the free kick. Now, does he shoot or does he cross? It's from a distance away. He's going to have to cross it. There's no way. No way. Odegaard with the ball into the box and it's headed over the bar by Gabriel, and it goes out for a goal kick here on the right side. That wouldn't work because it's free. Maybe we can sort something out. You know, maybe we can sort something out. Maybe, you know, they'll be, you know, for one-off game, a one-off final where they can cut in and out of the game. I don't know, anything can happen. Here we go, the high ball over the top, but Højbjerg's brought out at the halfway line, and the referee pulls it back for a free kick for Tottenham. Finals are usually free, yeah. BT likes to put it on YouTube quite a lot. So even if I could do it have it free for Europeans. Dyer over the top to Sessegnon, making the run behind, but Ramsdale gathers it in his hands. And Arsenal restart here from the back here on the left-hand side. Saliba goes short to Thomas Partey. Partey bringing the ball forward here. Being booed by the Tottenham fans. Tries to feed it into Xhaka, but it's intercepted there by Romero. Partey handles the ball, and is that not a yellow card? Is that not a yellow card? Harry Kane will talk. It's Pawson, I think his name. So Romero nicks it off Xhaka. Oh, he does go to stretch his hand out, you know. He does go to stretch his hand out. I think Partey's got let off there. Here we go, the long ball over the top. Harry Kane tries to feed it into Kulusevski, but the referee pulls it for offside, and Arsenal restart again with Zinchenko. Out to the right side is Ben White. When you're a PC FIFA modder, and there's a new title update, so you have to wait for the mod developers to fix the mods, and it's really annoying. Digster, you just spoke. You could have spoken German, and I would have understood it a lot better. Zinchenko now the ball here on the left-hand side. Squares it into the path of Saliba on the centre circle. Out to the right side is Ben White. Ben White holds onto the ball into Saka. Saka being held up by Sessegnon, who does well to win the ball back. And he brings the ball forward into Harry Kane. Harry Kane switches it over the top towards Kulusevski. Is behind Kulusevski. Zinchenko will pick up the loose ball and go all the way back to Gabriel on the edge of his own box. And he goes into Partey, who has time to turn. Xhaka now on the ball. Out to that left-hand side towards Martinelli on the touchline. Backwards to Zinchenko. Onto Xhaka. Xhaka holds on to it into Partey on the centre circle. But Partey nearly slips. Harry Kane can't get there. He manages to find a pass to Saliba. Long ball over the top. Out to Saka down the right side. Sessegnon shacking back. Saka 1-on-1 against him. Gets himself into the box. Goes down the touchline. Lloris. It went into the back of the net. What the hell happened there? What the hell happened there? So it comes over the top to the right side. Saka's in behind for whatever reason. Where the hell's the defender stopping Saka getting in behind here? And then he goes down to the touchline and he puts the cross in, and I think Lloris flaps it into his own net. He's on side. I think it's Dyer that's keeping him on side. Saka with the ball down the right side. Sessegnon's tracking back. He forces him to go down to the touchline. He puts the cross in there. And yes, Lloris flaps it. We got flappy hands here. Flappy hands Lloris into the back of the net. I think Lloris has hit his twilight. I think he should have got. I think they should have got rid of him ages ago. I think they should have got rid of Lloris ages ago. Is it like after the World Cup they should have got rid of him? Send him to Besiktas. Flipping hell. Tottenham are a goal behind again in the Premier League. 15th minute played. Here we go with Saw into Son to Longley. Longley on this left side wins a ball into the box, but Ramsdale gathers it in his hands. And Arsenal restart the game here. Hugo Lloris is shocking. Shocking. What is he doing? Get Fraser Forster on. Here we go with Tottenham on the ball with Højbjerg. Returns it back to Doherty. Long lane on the ball. To the center side, it's Sessegnon. And Sessegnon returns it back to Longley. Longley goes into Saw on the center circle, who has time to turn. I'd love to know what Conte thinks of Lloris. I would love to know what he thinks of him. Dyer out to the left side, Longley. Longley bringing the ball forward into the Arsenal half. Goes short to Højbjerg. Returns it to Saw on the centre circle. Saw has Doherty down the right side and he finds him. Doherty on the touchline. Holds onto the ball. Tries to feed him behind to Kulusevski. But it comes on Zinchenko. And Zinchenko manages to hit it on Kulusevski. And it goes out for an Arsenal throwing here on the left side. 18 minutes played. Tottenham 0, Arsenal 1. Odegaard now has time to turn, tries to feed it into Saka, but he didn't know what the ball was. Højbjerg manages to win it back, plays it into Dyer. Saw 1-2 with Kulusevski, but his ball over the top. Falls to Odegaard. Zinchenko on the halfway line. Into Partey. Partey on the centre circle, holding onto the ball. Looking for the switch of play, but it's not on. He returns it back to Zinchenko and goes out to Martinelli. Down that left-hand side, one-on-one against Doherty. He holds him up here. Kulusevski's tracking back as well. He tries to go around the outside of Doherty. Doherty does get a touch on it and manages to find the pass into Romero. And Romero finds Højbjerg. Højbjerg now bringing the ball forward. Out wide to Kulusevski down that right side. Kulusevski goes backwards to Saw, and Saw goes back to Lloris. Lloris now. Arsenal fans will urge players to go up against Lloris. Sessegnon can't keep it in play. Ben White tries to flick it into the path of Eddie Nketiah. Longley does well. Eddie Nketiah wins it back. Saka with a ball down the right side. Easy offside. No, he's not. It falls to Eddie Nketiah, who takes a shot. It's blocked. Saw is there, but Tottenham managed to clear it away. Only into the pass of Ben White. Odegaard has time to turn. Left foot holds onto it. Backwards to Partey. Partey lays it into the pass of Zinchenko, but it's intercepted there by Kulusevski. It comes to Gabriel Partey now with the ball. Out wide to Odegaard. Odegaard bringing the ball forward here. Out to that left-hand side towards Zinchenko. Zinchenko has Martinelli and Xhaka ahead of him, but he holds onto the ball. Zinchenko squares it into the pass of Partey. Partey back to Zinchenko. Backwards to Saliba on the centre circle. Saliba now into Gabriel. Everything is in the Tottenham half in the first 20 minutes of the game. Zinchenko out to Xhaka down that left-hand side. Backwards to Gabriel, and it's Saliba on the centre circle. Saliba over the top towards Saka. Sessegnon can't get there. Saka tries to bring it under control, but it comes off Saka and it goes off for a Tottenham throwing down the shine side. "20 minutes played. Lloris switches it out wide to Doherty on that right side. Doherty into Saw. Saw goes back to Doherty, and Doherty goes back to Romero here. World Cup winning Romero into Son. Son goes backwards to Longley. Longley here in his own box. Dinks it over the top towards Højbjerg, who brings the ball under control. He's got Odegaard all over him. Højbjerg passes it into Son. Advantage given into Harry Kane on the halfway line. Sorry, Kulusevski on the halfway line. He's got Doherty to his right. Kane is central here. He goes out wide to Doherty. Doherty holds the ball up here. Backwards to Saw. Saw bringing it central to Højbjerg. Højbjerg has Longley to his left. He tries to take a shot from distance, but it's blocked. Kulusevski can't get there. Martinelli does. And he goes back to Zinchenko. Zinchenko now gets away from the Pape Saw, and he goes out wide to Martinelli. Martinelli into Nketiah. Nketiah into Zinchenko. He feeds it back to Nketiah. Nketiah is running the show here. Finds Ben White on the centre circle. Out wide to Saka. Saka 1-on-1 against Sessegnon. Cuts in on his left foot. Cuts back in on his right. Goes into Odegaard. Odegaard left foot. Shot. Oh, and it's saved by Lloris. And it goes out for a corner here down this right hand side. Tottenham 0, Arsenal 1, ladies and gentlemen. How are we all doing? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Lloris own goal for the Arsenal one. Saka now to take the corner here down the right hand side. Is he going to go for goal? I would do if I was Saka. Lloris whips the ball in, headed away. Kulusevski holds onto the ball here. Zinchenko is all over him. We've lost the game feed for some reason. Scuba Culture. Oh, I haven't. Why are you watching it on Premier League or are you watching it on Main Event? Because they have 2 channels on Sky. So maybe change the channel. Thank you very much. What have you given it to me in? What a shit, man. No, I'm just saying. US channel. Oh, you're watching it on the US channel. Alright, alright. Long throwing into the box by Partey. Is headed away, I think, by Harry Kane. It comes out to Partey down that left-hand side. Whips the ball into the box. Harry Kane with the header away. Kulusevski can't get the header. Zinchenko, who heads it into the box. Longley heads it out. Xhaka heads it into the path of Ben White. And it's Ben White now on the ball on the centre circle. In towards Saka, but it's intercepted. Son now has it on the halfway line. But he loses the ball and it goes out for a throwing here on the right side. 23 minutes played. Tottenham 0, Arsenal 1, ladies and gentlemen. Partey now. Into Zinchenko. Out to that left-hand side towards Ben Xhaka. Xhaka out to Martinelli. Martinelli one-on-one against Doherty. Lays it into the pass to Zinchenko. Zinchenko into Partey. Partey out wide here to Saka. One-on-one against Sessegnon. Cuts it back in and try for. Puts the ball into the box and Martinelli will try and get there. But it's cleared away. Partey will take a shot. Whoa! Partey's shot goes off the post. Partey with a volley goes off the post. Wow! Tech difficulties at the stadium apparently. Thankfully have you to keep me updated. Well, Thomas Partey sees a ball drop to him and he goes for goal. And it hits the post. He beat the keeper. What a goal that would have been. That was like Zidane-esque. That was like Zidane-esque. Lloris clears the ball down the line, but Ben White intercepts it high the pitch. Saka is brought down there. And it's going to be a free kick here for Arsenal down the right-hand side. Here we go with a free kick down the right-hand side. 25th minute played, ladies and gentlemen. Arsenal 1, Tottenham 0 at the London Stadium. What a shot, Scuba. What a shot it was. That would have been beautiful. Zidane-esque outside this box. Beautiful. What a goal that would have been. But it came off the post. And Tottenham are still in this game. 25 minutes played. Tottenham 0, Arsenal 1. Own goal by Hugo Lloris. Flappy hands, Hugo Lloris. Odegaard now to take the free kick. But it's headed away by the first man. Saka brings the ball under control. He feeds Odegaard. Returns it back to Saka. Son's tracking back. So is Sessegnon. Sorry, so is Saw. And Tottenham come away with it here. Højbjerg goes backwards to Longley. Longley into Romero here. Romero now the ball on the right side, bringing it forward. Plays it into the middle towards Longley. And Longley now bringing the ball forward into the Arsenal half. Driving with the ball. He's got Sessegnon making the room behind, but he holds on to it. Returns it back to Saw. Saw switches it out wide towards Doherty down that right side. Doherty loses the header to Zinchenko. Martinelli picks up the loose ball. Can't get away from Højbjerg. Referee doesn't give the free kick. Game carries on with Højbjerg. Backwards to Dyer. Dyer into Longley down the center side. Longley feeds into Saw. Saw into Son. Son bringing the ball forward. Backwards to Longley in the Arsenal half. Højbjerg now in the center circle. Out wide to Doherty. Doherty goes backwards to Højbjerg. Dyer on the centre circle. Tottenham with a bit of possession in this game. Højbjerg feeds it into Harry Kane, coming very deep to pick up the ball. Out wide to Doherty. Backwards to Harry Kane. Harry Kane floats one into the box, but it can't get past Xhaka. And it falls to Højbjerg. Here we go with Saw, who has time to turn and bring the ball forward. Out to the left-hand side is Longley. Longley whips a ball into the box, but it's headed away by Saliba. Eddie Nketiah comes off the loose ball, but Saw takes the ball off him, and he tries to hold on to it here on the edge of the box. Out to the left-hand side is Sessegnon. Returns it back to Saw, plays it back to Sessegnon. Gets away from Saka, being held up there by Eddie Nketiah, doing his defensive work. And it goes out for a Tottenham throwing down the left-hand side. 27 minutes played, Tottenham 0, Arsenal 1. Højbjerg. Dyer out wide to Romero on the halfway line, and he goes all the way back to Lloris on the right side. Longley into Højbjerg. Goes out wide to Romero on the edge of his own box. Feeds it into Dyer out wide to Doherty. Doherty tries to feed it over the top to Harry Kane, but Saliba does well to win the ball, and it falls to Partey on the centre circle. Partey bringing the ball forward here. Out to the right side, it's Saka gets himself into the box. One-on-one against Longley. He holds the ball up here. Saka tries to twist and turn, cuts in on his left foot, takes a shot. Is headed away by Romero, and Saw will clear it down the line. And he'll go out for an Arsenal throwing just in front of the halfway line. Tottenham 0, Arsenal 1, ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a wonderful day. It's your boy Adam here live on Cal Sports Football, bringing you the play-by-play match commentary here of the North London derby. And as it stands, Arsenal are a goal up, courtesy of Hugo Lloris. Flappy hands. Just flapped it into his own net from a Saka cross. Here we go with Partey. Out to the right side is Ben White. Ben White bringing the ball forward here. Saka makes a run in behind. Saka gets the header. Sessegnon feeds it into Nketiah, but it's intercepted there by Dyer. Son can't get the header. Zinchenko, but Højbjerg heads into the path of Ben White. Ben White into Saka. Sessegnon is there. Ben White into Saka again. Down the right side. First time into Nketiah. Dyer with the interception and forced to Odegaard. Odegaard now with the ball. Into Zinchenko. Back to Partey. Into Zinchenko, returns it back. Out wide here towards Ben White. Ben White holding onto the ball here. Flips the ball into the box. Eddie Nketiah brings the ball under control. He keeps it in play, and he does it well here down the right side. Ben White to Odegaard. Odegaard holds the ball up here. Højbjerg takes it off him beautifully, and he brings the ball forward here into Harry Kane. Harry Kane's first touch is heavy. Ben White can't get it off him. And Harry Kane holds onto the ball here. Switches it over the top towards Kulusevski, but it's intercepted there by Zinchenko. And Arsenal come back at them, ladies and gentlemen, with Partey. Into Odegaard. Gabriel into Zinchenko. Martinelli first time in towards Xhaka, but it's behind him, and it allows Tottenham to win it back. But misplaced pass, and Arsenal win it back, and it's Gabriel out wide to Martinelli down the left-hand side. One-on-one against Doherty. Holding the ball up here, and goes backwards to Zinchenko. Zinchenko goes backwards to Saliba. Saliba on the centre circle out wide to Ben White. Saliba. Out to the right side towards Saka, but it's intercepted there by Sessegnon, and he finds Son. Backwards to Longley here. Longley into Saw. Saw into Højbjerg, into Kulusevski. Tries to go backwards, but it's intercepted there by Eddie Nketiah. Xhaka on the centre circle into Gabriel, and Gabriel brings the ball forward into Eddie Nketiah. Martinelli's free down the left-hand side, but he's brought down, and it's a free kick here for Arsenal. And Romero brings him down. Was it a free kick? Interesting. Tottenham 0. Arsenal 1, ladies and gentlemen. Arsenal with a free kick down that left-hand side. Odegaard. It's a long way out for a shot, so this is definitely a crossing one. Have they got something here from the training ground to give themselves a 2-goal lead? Is headed away. Lloris will gather it in his hands. And Tottenham restart the game, and Lloris fires one over the top towards Kulusevski. Kulusevski's battling it out against Ben White. He brings the ball under control. Kulusevski, can he keep it in play? Yes, he does. But Ben White is there. Oh, and he goes out for a throwing here for Arsenal. Odegaard. Backwards to Saliba. First time into Gabriel. And Gabriel brings it out of his own box. Out to Zinchenko down the left-hand side. Zinchenko. In towards Martinelli. Martinelli being held up by Doherty. Goes out for an Arsenal throwing in the Tottenham half. Partey plays a 1-2 with Zinchenko. Makes his way back to Gabriel. Gabriel into Saliba. Saliba now. Into Partey. But it's intercepted there by Saw, but he brought down by Xhaka. Actually, no, the referee gives it the Arsenal way. Gabriel to restart. Partey. Saliba. Zinchenko on the centre circle. Looking for some movement. Goes out wide to Martinelli down that touchline on the left-hand side. Bring the ball forward into Xhaka. Plays a 1-2 with it. Martinelli back to Zinchenko. Zinchenko plays it into Partey. The referee's going to pull it back. Martinelli's brought down here. And Kulusevski's going to get yellow. I think it's Kulusevski or Romero. Is it Kulusevski? Who gets the yellow card there? Romero gets a yellow card. Yellow card to Christian Romero. Zinchenko to restart the game. Leaves it to Gabriel. Over the top towards Eddie Nketiah, but it manages to make its way behind, but Lloris is off his line to stop Eddie Nketiah. Should have been a red. I'm surprised he got a yellow, he actually slips. You see the slip. And he slips a considerable amount. Long ball over the top by Lloris, headed away into the path of Partey, out wide to Saka, and Saka's in behind here. 1-on-1 against Longley, feeds it into Odegaard. Odegaard on the edge of the box, takes a shot. Oh! Oh! Martin fucking Odegaard with a shot from distance, and he lets it fly. And ladies and gentlemen, it just goes and goes and goes into the back of the net, and Arsenal are 2-0 up here in the North London derby. What an absolute beauty, ladies and gentlemen. What an absolute beauty. Wow. Saka gets himself in behind and he just squares it into Odegaard. Odegaard's outside the box. He's about 25 yards out and he just lets it rip left foot into the back of the net. Lloris has no chance. Absolutely no chance. How do we do it? Say it every stream, but man, oh man, we need to lock Saka down for a long-term deal. Zinchenko into Martinelli. Tottenham need to be careful they don't go 3 down before half-time. Martinelli plays a 1-2 with Partey. Ben White. Backwards to Gabriel, and it's Saliba now with the ball. Saliba feeds it into Partey. Partey to Odegaard on the centre circle. Bringing the ball forward here into the Tottenham half, and he feeds it into Xhaka down the left-hand side. Partey on the halfway line. Gabriel. Not going to happen, mate. I want Arsenal to lose. So that's a big ask because Tottenham are not in this game at all. Put that alongside a keeper that is absolutely dire. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not going to happen. What do we have to do to get this Spurs team moving? You know what? I would not be surprised to see Antonio Conte leave after this game. I would not be surprised to see Antonio Conte leave or get the sack. But they need to change something. They just can't carry on like this. Here we go with Zinchenko driving the ball. Anthony trying side towards Saka. But it's intercepted and Lloris will just clear it down the line. Thomas Tuchel's available. Pochettino's available. Surely it's because the players are very good. Do you think? Do you think they're not good? Romero World Cup winner. Longley from Barcelona. Harry Kane is good. Kulusevski is good. Son is good. You know, like, it's insane. It's absolutely insane that they are 2-0 down the way they are. Emerson Royale. Yeah, you don't have the depth, let's be honest. Kulusevski now the ball on the right side. Is there an opportunity for Tottenham to get one back before half time and give themselves and the fans something to build from? One goal changes everything. Can't defend, can't attack. Emerson Royale is definitely one to think about. But how are we all doing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, football pundits around the world? It is Tottenham 0, Arsenal 2. Hand pink waving face, blue smiling, purple blue patch. What the hell was that all about? That guy just had verbal diarrhea. He just had a keyboard diarrhea from YouTube. I don't know what that is. Bring Jose back, scuba culture. They're loving it. What's up, Couch Austin with it? E, how are you doing? My brother, welcome to the stream. Here we go with Odegaard in the center circle. Out wide here to Saka. Saka want to get Sessignon. Ben White makes overlapping run. Saka tries to get in the edge of the box, but it's intercepted there by Longley. The referee deems that a foul, and it's going to be a free kick here for Arsenal on the edge of the box down the right side. Maybe he needs to put three men in the middle of the park for Tottenham. Take off a defender, take off either Longley or Dyer. Olga Arsenal. Dude, I don't know how to say your name, but welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Looks like you're an Arsenal fan. Let me know, how long have you been... Sorry, what made you support Arsenal and who's your favourite Arsenal player of all time? Odegaard. To have a free kick down the right side, and it's very close. The question is, Gabriel should be telling him to go for goal. Odegaard should be going for goal from here. Odegaard should be going for goal here. Odegaard lines the free kick up here down the right side. It's currently 2-0 to Arsenal. There's no way Odegaard's making it 3 easy. Let's find out, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it comes off the wall. And it's Zinchenko into Odegaard. And goes all the way back to the keeper, Ramsdale, here on the left-hand side. Ramsdale clears it down the line. Martinelli can't get the header. Doherty wins the header. Saar brings the ball under control. Højbjerg now the ball, holding on to it here. Brings himself into Kulusevski. Kulusevski on the halfway line. Goes backwards to Longley. Longley will do well to keep it in play, but he can't. Goes out for an Arsenal throwing. Remember people saying Odegaard was a bad signing? You know what? Arsenal have done well bringing in players that have something to prove. Odegaard went to Real Madrid as a big player from like a young kid, someone up and coming, not given the opportunity. He came to Arsenal to prove a point. Ben White come to Arsenal to prove a point. Gabriel Jesus came to Arsenal to prove a point. You know, they've done well signing these kind of players, and maybe that's a way forward. You know, sign players who are trying to prove a point. Gabriel whips the ball into Rocks, but it's cleared away. Højbjerg now goes backwards to Romero. Romero's changed his boots here. Gabi and Zinchenko, two amazing signings, man. Absolute steals. Austin with an E. The fact that Pep Guardiola let go of Gabriel Jesus and Zinchenko is insane. Raheem Sterling, I understand, but Zinchenko and Jesus. 43 minutes played. Tottenham nil, Arsenal 2, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the stream. How are we all doing? How are we all doing? Long lay over the top towards Harry Kane, but it's over here and it goes out to Ramsdale here, and he'll just gather it in his hands. The Arsenal fans behind Ramsdale are bouncing here at the London Stadium, ladies and gentlemen. Not only let them go, but send them both to a Prem side. Insane. Insane. One rule that Alex Ferguson had was not to let players, if a player wanted to leave, not to let him go to another Premier League side. That was one thing that Alex Ferguson said as a rule. If they were going to another Premier League side, it was because they were on the down. They were on the downwards in terms of talent or form. They weren't at the highest standards anymore. But Pep Guardiola sorts on the Mudrick. I think Arsenal have got away with one there. Mudrick made out as if he was getting married to Arsenal and then all of a sudden signs for Chelsea because it's his boyhood club. Bullshit. Here's another Aubameyang there. It's another Aubameyang situation. It's good. Let him go to Chelsea. You've not missed out on anything. And you know what? You can go out and look for someone else. Zinchenko now. Out to Martinelli down that left-hand side. Martinelli holds the ball up here. Lays it into the path of Odegaard, but it's intercepted. There's going to be 2 minutes of added time. Sana has the ball here. Loses the ball to Odegaard, but the referee pulls it back for a free kick here on this right side. Tottenham nil, Arsenal 2, ladies and gentlemen. Dyer tries to feed the ball forward, but Ben White manages to intercept, and again, Bukayo Saka's brought down, but the referee plays advantage. Odegaard now lays it into the path of Zinchenko. And Zinchenko clears the ball down, and Saka's still on the ground here. And Sessegnon is going to get a yellow card for that challenge on Saka. He's been absolutely terrorized, Sessegnon. Absolutely terrorized. Gabriel now the ball here on the left-hand side. Goes short to Ramsdale. Ramsdale here on the penalty spot. Clears the ball out to the side towards Ben White. Ben White brings the ball under control and he'll bring it into the Tottenham half. Feeds it into Saka. Tries to feed it first time to Nketiah, but it's intercepted and it falls to Odegaard on the centre circle. Odegaard bringing the ball forward. Saka and Eddie Nketiah ahead of it, but it's intercepted and it falls to Sessegnon. Saw now with the ball backwards to Dyer. Dyer into Longley. Longley on this right side. Bringing the ball forward, tries to feed it over the top towards Kulusevski. Kulusevski heads it into the path of Partey, and Partey finds Zinchenko. Loses the ball to Højbjerg. Doherty makes a run ahead of him. Højbjerg holds onto the ball, whips the ball into the box. Harry Kane heads it. What a save by Ramsdale! What a save by Ramsdale! And it goes out for a corner. 96 minutes, Spurs 3-2. Wow. Do you know what? If that happens, this whole roof is exploding. Kane there with a glancing header, and Ramsdale manages to parry it out for a corner. Son to whip the ball into the box, headed away. It falls out to Højbjerg. Højbjerg takes it on his chest, and he hits it wide. And he goes down holding his ankle. Is a penalty going to be given here? Has he given the penalty? Højbjerg. No, that's not a penalty. Saliba, there's nowhere near him. There's no penalty there. No, there isn't. No way, no way. The referee blows for half time, and it's literally Tottenham nil, Arsenal 2, ladies and gentlemen. And what a first half of football by that Mikel Arteta's team, Arsenal. But what is Hugo Lloris doing, and what is Conte gonna have to do to change it about? Huge half time coming up, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll see you for the second half. Stay tuned. How are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Second half coming up here on Cal Sports Football. And what a game of football we've had. What a game of football we've had. Tottenham have been diabolical in this half. Absolute horrendous. How? They are only 2 goals down. I have no idea. How are we all doing? Do do Tottenham have anything in them? Is there anything Tottenham can do to to get themselves back into this game? I know there's still 45 minutes to go and anything can happen in football. But ladies and gentlemen, this is diabolical. This is absolutely shocking. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Adam, are you doing good while Sky Sports people waffle about boxing? 1 second. Do 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 do. Do, do, do. Hi Adam, how are you doing good while Sky Sports people waffle on about boxing? You know, Tottenham have, from losing positions, they've gained 14 points. First 5-10 minutes of the second half, I'm worried about scuba culture. Could be worse, dude. In the US, it's all stupid medical adverts. Wow. Wow. This is a huge second half. Huge second half for Antonio Conte and Tottenham. Can they get themselves back into this game? Can they do it? They've done it before. They've done it before this season. But this is Arsenal. This isn't a Leicester or of a Brighton or Brentford or someone like that. This is Tottenham. I don't think there's been any substitutions here. I don't think there's been any substitutions here. Odegaard there gives his team talk again for the second half. Tottenham to start this game, ladies and gentlemen, shooting from left to right. Arsenal from right to left. Let's see what Tottenham do. Højbjerg to restart, ladies and gentlemen. Backwards to Dyer, and Dyer with a long ball over the top towards Ben White, who lets it go out for a throwing here. And you see all the Tottenham players looking at Dyer there. What is he doing? Just hits it up for a throw-in. Ben White to take the throwing here. Long throwing over the top, but it's intercepted there, and it falls to Højbjerg. Højbjerg into Harry Kane. Tries to flick on, but it's intercepted. Højbjerg wins it back, and it goes to Sessegnon down the left-hand side. And it comes off Ben White, and it goes out for a Tottenham throwing. Longley. Backwards to Dyer. There is no passion. There's no vision. If you know what that is. Digster is a Birmingham fan, but he likes Tottenham. Højbjerg now on the ball on the centre circle, bringing it forward. Sessegnon makes a run off the ball, but it goes short to Son. Son returns it back to Højbjerg. Højbjerg out to that left-hand side towards Longley. Longley bringing the ball forward into Harry Kane. Harry Kane takes it on the turn, but he can't find Kulusevski, and Arsenal win the ball back here. Zinchenko. Bringing the ball forward here for Arsenal. Feeds it into Xhaka. Xhaka holds the ball up here. Out wide to Ben White. Ben White down that right side. And he goes into Saka. Saka holding the ball up here. Back to Ben White. Down that right side. Being held up by Sessegnon, he goes back to Saka. Saka into Eddie Nketiah on the edge of the box here. Back to Saka. Saka returns it back to Eddie Nketiah, but it's intercepted by Tottenham. They manage to clear it away, only for Xhaka to win it back, and it's Partey now. White to Ben White. Back to Partey. Into Odegaard. Back to Partey. Arsenal just need to just move the ball about for this first couple of minutes of the second half. First 10 minutes of the second half, just move the ball about and not let Tottenham get into any sort of rhythm or anything. Or, get the fans awake or anything. You just need to move the ball about. Don't lose possession. Don't do anything stupid. Dyer goes all the way back to the keeper, Lloris, who's charged down here by Xhaka, and he goes out to that left-hand side. Wrong score, wrong scene. Sorry, guys. Apologies. Professional streamer here, professional streamer here, as you can see. Højbjerg now the ball here for Arsenal. Sorry, for Tottenham down this left-hand side. Soud there. Good night. Take it easy, Soud. I feel for you, man. You stay awake for games like this, and then it's a shit game. Here we go. It's Kulusevski on the edge of the box here. Left foot over the bar. Goal kick. 48th minute played. Tottenham 0. Arsenal 2, ladies and gentlemen. Arsenal to restart the game, 9:37 p.m. over in the UAE. Ramsdale with a long kick over the top. Eddie Nketiah tries to flick it on, but it's cleared away. Nketiah wins the second one. Martinelli battling it out against Romero down the left-hand side. Romero does well to get in front of him. But it goes out for... Oh, it goes out for an Arsenal throwing. Martinelli leaves it here. Down the shine side. Ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a wonderful day. It's Tottenham 0, Arsenal 2 here on Cow Sports Football. Are you Tottenham fans? Are you Arsenal fans? Or are you just fans of football? Let me know in the chat. I dream of the day where every match is televised in the UK. A long way away from that. Partey now to take the throwing here on the left-hand side for Arsenal. And Conte didn't make a single substitution at half-time. That's insane. Odegaard, can he get there ahead of Harry Kane? Yes, he does. He feeds it back to Saliba on the halfway line. And Saliba goes back to Ramsdale here on the right side. Ramsdale now on the ball. Over the top towards Zinchenko, who gets there ahead of Doherty. Martinelli intercepted there by Kulusevski, and Kulusevski turns into Harry Kane on the edge of the box. Harry Kane with a shot and Ramsdale with a save. And it goes out for a corner down that left-hand side. 50th minute here on Cow Sports Football, and Harry Kane gives the Tottenham fans something to scream about. Why can't Lloris do that? Lloris used to be able to do that. Not anymore. Here we go to the corner for Son down that left-hand side. Whips a ball into the box, but it's headed away near post by Ben White. Tottenham tried to keep it alive here. Dyer can't get there, and it's cleared away. Martinelli can't get there ahead of Sessegnon, and Højbjerg will just clear it down the line, and it goes out for an Arsenal throwing down the right side, and Kulusevski's there telling Højbjerg, just calm down. You didn't need to do that. Calm down. He panicked. Zinchenko plays a 1-2 with Xhaka, but it comes off the Arsenal player and it goes out for a Tottenham throw-in. Doherty to take the throwing here on the halfway line. And he goes backwards to Romero. Longley now on the ball here. Out to that left-hand side towards Sessegnon. Sessegnon sees Son make the run over the top. Son can't get there ahead of Saliba. But it's intercepted there by Sessegnon. Feeds it into Harry Kane. Harry Kane on the turn. Back to Sessegnon. 1-on-1 against Ramsdale. Oh, and it's wide. It's wide. Does Ramsdale make a save here? Does he make a save here? Kane with a 1-2 Yeah, it was a corner. Son now with the ball. 1-1 against Martinelli. Gets himself into the box. Back to Kulusevski. Goes around the outside of Eddie and Nketiah. Kulusevski holds the ball up here. Feeds it into Son. Son goes backwards to Højbjerg. Conte doing his best here. To get the players going. He should have done it in the first half. Never mind the second half. Longley whips the ball into the box. Headed on by Romero. But it's cleared away by Nketiah. Doherty heads it into the path of Kulusevski down the side. Kulusevski 1-on-1 against Martinelli. Lays it into the path of Doherty across the middle. Cleared away by Partey. Nketiah gets the ball. Can't get away from Højbjerg. Bringing the ball forward here down the side. Whips the ball into the box. Harry Kane heads it towards goal, but it's straight at Ramsdale. Austin with an E with a Ramsdale. Ramsdale coming up clutch here. This is why I said Arsenal just need to hold on to the ball. Just stop this Tottenham team and stadium getting a bit of rhythm. Spanish Cup next, you're right, Digster. Spanish Cup next. And as they show in the replay for the Sessegnon foul, Martinelli is down on the floor here. Pape Sarr is pleading his innocence. Let's have a look. Martinelli has the ball here on the Scepter side. And Pape Sarr just shrugs him to the ground. And it's a free kick for Arsenal here on the Scepter side. Free kick for Arsenal here. What's the difference between the Super Cup? You know what? I have no idea, mate. I have no idea. Because I know there's a Spanish... no, this is... Have they just renamed it? Spanish Super Cup. So it's the winners... Oh, it's the winners and the runners-up. I have no idea. I have no idea. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, Digster. We'll figure it out. Here we go with a... I think it's a throwing. Partey to take the throwing. Long throwing into the box. Headed on. Cleared away. And it goes out for an Arsenal throwing. Sorry, corner down the left-hand side. 54 minutes. Arsenal to take the corner here. Martinelli now on this left-hand side. Gives the signal. Headed away by Højbjerg near post. Kulusevski gets on the end of it, but Odegaard does well and he heads it out for a throwing here. Romero. Backwards to Lloris. Lloris clears it down the line. Doherty jumps up for it, but Zinchenko gets there. Flicked on by Martinelli and Nketiah's offside. And Tottenham restart the game. Because there's the Super Cup and the Copa del Rey. So the Super Cup is a competition in Spain where the teams that finish first and second in the La Liga and the teams that are in the final of the Copa del Rey, they play like a little tournament, and then the winner is like the Super Cup. God knows why. I don't know why they play it, but they play it. Here we go with Harry Kane in the box. Goes out to the right side towards Kulusevski. Kulusevski holds onto the ball. 1-1 against Zinchenko. Left foot. Back post. No one's there. Goes out for a goal kick. That's cool, I guess. We'll have to wait and see, Dixon. I'll be honest with you. I have no idea. We'll have to wait and see. It's like a community shield type thing. Yeah, but in the middle of the season, apparently. Arsenal to restart the game here. 56th minute. Tottenham 0, Arsenal 2. Do Tottenham have it in them to get this one back? The next goal is an important one. Ramsdale to restart the game here. Long kick out from the back by Aaron Ramsdale. High up into the air. And Nketiah can't get there. Xhaka can't get there ahead of Kane, but it falls to Martinelli. And he goes back to Zinchenko. Martinelli on the halfway line. Goes backwards towards Gabriel, and he's forced to clear it away. Also, who puts on such a game at 8 o'clock? Xhaka there. Sorry, Nketiah loses the ball, but it falls to Xhaka. Out wide to Martinelli down the left-hand side. Advantage given. Martinelli 1-on-1 against Doherty. Holds the ball up here down the left-hand side. Lays it onto the edge. Nketiah gets away from Saw, but it's saved by Lloris. Xhaka's still down on the ground here. Tottenham carry on with the game. The referee pulls it back here for a free kick for Arsenal. Just having a look at this replay. He just goes into Xhaka there, slides into him. Perisic, Basum and Richarlison. Why is Richarlison not playing? Someone that can run. Lloris made a save. Yeah, he made a save against Nketiah. Arsenal to restart the game here from the centre circle. 58th minute played. Tottenham 0, Arsenal 2. Partey out wide to Saka. Saka 1-on-1 against Sessegnon. Holds onto the ball here. Tries to go around the outside. He holds onto it. Son comes back. Saw gets a vital interception. Højbjerg can't get there. Nketiah will keep it alive. Xhaka gets there ahead of Kulusevski. Heads into the pass to Zinchenko. And Zinchenko will just clear it all the way back to Ramsdale here. Ramsdale into Gabriel. Gabriel holds the ball up here to Partey. And Partey has time to turn into Odegaard. First time into Gabriel. Ben White. Saka. Odegaard. Out wide to Ben White. Eddie Nketiah, but it's intercepted there by Dyer. Tries to clear it down, and Kulusevski's in behind here, and it's 3-on-3 here. Tottenham with the ball with Kulusevski down the right side. Harry Kane makes a run, so does Kulusevski, and what is Kulusevski doing? Wastes the opportunity, and he goes out for a Tottenham throwing down the right side. Harry Kane into Doherty. Højbjerg lays it into Saw, bringing the ball forward, into Son, back to Saw, into Son. Out wide here to Højbjerg. Doherty, back to Højbjerg. The Tottenham fans are coming alive here. Højbjerg tries to feed it into Harry Kane, who gets there. Højbjerg, Kane out wide here to Kulusevski. Kulusevski 1-on-1. Into Son. Son back to Kulusevski. Finds himself on the edge. Ball point to the box. And Sessegnon is there. Just wasted shot. It looks like a cross. And it goes out for Martinelli down the right side, who puts his head down and he drives with the ball. Tries to feed him behind. Can Nketiah get the head of Dyer? He can't. And it goes out for a throwing. Let Kane go next season. Scuba culture. Go. You know, if anyone can get Harry Kane, go for it, because Tottenham are shocking right now. Hey, Adam, how you doing? Roa Evan, I'm doing great. How are you doing, my brother? Welcome to the stream. 60th minute played. Tottenham 0, Arsenal 2. Zinchenko comes off Doherty, goes out for another Arsenal throwing. Zinchenko now to take the throwing here. Into Nketiah. Backwards to Zinchenko. Keeps it in play. Goes backwards to Partey. Partey on the centre circle. Out wide to Odegaard. Odegaard. He's going to take a shot from distance. He might as well. Martinelli. Shimmies it on his right foot. Back in on his left. Into Xhaka. Into Martinelli. Martinelli does well to hold on to the ball, but Højbjerg takes it off him. And can Kulusevski keep it in play? No, he can't. It goes out for a throwing here. Down the left-hand side. Partey on the halfway line. Back to Saliba. Ben White down that right hand side. Feeds it into Saka. Saka holds the ball up. Partey now in the Tottenham half, sorry. Zinchenko on the centre circle. Holds onto the ball. Back to Partey. Partey has time to turn. Out wide to Nketiah. Sorry, to Saka. Ben White. Saka. Partey. Out to Odegaard. Odegaard has time to turn. Tries to feed in behind to Nketiah, but Longley is brought down and it's a free kick here on this left-hand side for Tottenham. 62 minutes played. Tottenham are losing the window to get themselves back into this game. Sessegnon, all the way back to the keeper, Lloris on this left-hand side. Lloris now with the ball. Clears the ball high up in towards Kulusevski, but Gabriel wins the header. Doherty brings the ball under control. And Kulusevski stays on the ground here. In the first half, Tottenham, 4 shots. In the second half, 6. 10 touches in the opposition box compared to 3 in the first half. Need to do much. Why are they not doing this in the first half? Diana. Saw on the centre circle. Backwards to Longley. Out wide to Sessegnon. Being held up there by Ben White, but Sessegnon does well to come away with the ball, but it's intercepted there by Partey, and he finds Xhaka, and Xhaka comes out to the sector side towards Martinelli. Martinelli holding on to the ball, bringing it forward, out to the sector side, gets himself into the box, but Doherty does well, and Romero comes away with the ball here. Over the top to Harry Kane, who heads it into the pass of Kulusevski. Can he get the head of Partey? No, he can't. And Partey goes all the way back to Ramsdale. Ramsdale clears the ball down the line. Longley battling it out against Saka. He wins the header. Sessegnon into Saw. Højbjerg on the centre circle, who has time to bring the ball forward. Over the top towards Son, but it's overhit. And it goes out to Ramsdale here on the shine side, who will gather it in his hands. Saliba. Partey. On the try side. Into the middle. Sorry, out to the left-hand side towards Zinchenko. And he loses possession. Zinchenko, it goes out for a Tottenham throwing. Doherty. Romero. Bringing the ball into the Arsenal half. Tottenham, a lot more possession in this second half. Saw. Back to Romero. Romero into Højbjerg. Højbjerg comes out to the shine side towards Doherty. Doherty into Kulusevski. Backwards to Romero. Into Doherty. Kulusevski is there, but Doherty holds the ball up here. Romero is behind him. He goes into Romero. And he goes all the way back to Dyer on the centre circle. Dyer now, first time into Højbjerg. Højbjerg. Backwards to Romero here down the shine side. Out wide here towards Doherty. Doherty holds the ball up here. Kulusevski doesn't make the run in behind. He goes into Saw. Saw backwards to Romero. 65th minute, Romero. Slow build up here by Tottenham. Makes his way to Longley, out to Sessegnon on the left-hand side. 1-1 against Saka. He holds the ball up here, backwards to Højbjerg. Højbjerg floats it out to the shine side. Doherty brings the ball under control. Backwards to Romero. Romero holds the ball up here into Son on the edge of the box. Into Harry Kane, who tries to take it on the turn. He takes the shot, but it's blocked. Kulusevski leads it to Doherty. Puts the ball into the box. Headed away by Saliba. Gotta go at him. Can't bear to watch this shit. Take it easy, Digster. Hope you have a wonderful evening. Doherty now into Kulusevski. Gets away from Zinchenko. Holds onto the ball. Gets away from Xhaka as well. But Gabriel is there and he goes out for a Tottenham throwing down the shine side. Doherty to take the throwing. 66th minute. Doherty goes backwards to Dyer. Longley. Holds onto the ball. Into Son. Sessegnon to his left. Son goes into Romero. And it's Højbjerg. What is Romero doing so far up the pitch? Switches it out wide here to Dyer. Kulusevski now. Gets away from Xhaka, but Xhaka does well to win it back as Zinchenko finds Martinelli, and Martinelli has space to switch over the top to Odegaard, and Odegaard's driving with a ball. Longley is there. Odegaard holds onto it here. Højbjerg is all over him, and he does get the ball. The referee gives a free kick here. 67th minute, taken quickly by Arsenal. Martinelli down this left-hand side. Into the middle there finds Partey, and Partey has time to turn and shoot, and he does, but doesn't get a shot. Doesn't get a clear connection on it, and it goes out for a goal kick. Longley now on the ball here on this left-hand side. Over the top towards Harry Kane, who brings the ball under control on the centre circle, but he can't get away from Xhaka. Saw is there, but the referee pulls it back for a Tottenham free kick. Dyer to restart the game. Longley. Son in the Arsenal half. Højbjerg on the halfway line. Longley. Backwards to Højbjerg. Lays it into Saw in the centre circle. Saw out wide here towards Doherty. Doherty has Kulusevski ahead of him, but he returns it back to Saw. And Saw goes back to Doherty on the right side. Into Saw. Backwards to Romero. And Romero goes into Dyer, out wide to Longley. Longley now bringing the ball forward. Højbjerg. Back to Dyer. Out to that left-hand side towards Longley. Looking for some movement, but there's nothing there. Tottenham keep going backwards. Son now picks it up in the middle, but Partey wins it back. Can Saw get there ahead of Nketiah? Yes, he does. And Gabriel finds Xhaka, and Xhaka now brings the ball forward. Martinelli's free down his left-hand side. Eddie Nketiah is making a run in behind. Xhaka brings the ball forward, tries to put it in behind. Eddie Nketiah, one-on-one with the keeper. Oh, and it's a save by Lloris. And Sessegnon will pick up the loose ball. Son finds Saw. Brought down by Martinelli. Free kick Tottenham. '69th minute here. Tottenham 0, Arsenal 2, ladies and gentlemen. Tottenham have played better in the second half, but they've not got a goal. They need to get a goal if they want to get themselves back into this game. Sessegnon. Højbjerg on the centre circle. First time in towards Harry Kane. Kulusevski, but it's intercepted. And Dyer heads it back to Lloris here on this left-hand side. 70th minute here. Richarlison is going to be coming on here for Tottenham. Longley. Over the top. Headed away by Saliba. Saka brings the ball under control, but he's handballed it. And Tottenham restart the game. 70th minute. 20 to go. Højbjerg on the centre circle. Harry Kane trying to make the run. Goes out to Sessegnon down the left-hand side. Sessegnon can't control it, and it goes out for an Arsenal throwing here. Let's have a look to see who's coming off now. Doherty's coming off here. And Richarlison's coming on. Changing formation, looks like. So Longley goes out wide, I think. Or does Romero go right back? Romero goes right back. Dyer and Longley in the middle. Sessegnon plays left back. Ben White to take the throwing here. Long throwing in towards Eddie Nketiah, but he does well to hold on to the ball, and he drives with it down that right side. Dyer's tracking back in towards Saka, but it's behind him. Saw wins it back, but Eddie Nketiah wins it off him. Longley is there. So is Dyer. The referee pulls it back for an Arsenal free kick. I have no idea where that's come from. And Richarlison's only been on the pitch for 30 seconds and he's already kicking off. And Dyer gets a yellow card. Arsenal with a free kick now in the 72nd minute. Still arguing with the referee. Still arguing with the referee. He got a yellow card for arguing with the referee. Is he going to get his second yellow? Takes it quickly in towards Eddie Nketiah, but his shot is blocked. Saka brings the ball under control. Backwards to Odegaard. Odegaard returns it back to Saka down the right side. Saka cuts it back to Odegaard. Odegaard surrounded by Tottenham players, but he manages to come away with it. Odegaard now brings it central. And he just slows it down. Xhaka now the ball. To the left-hand side towards Martinelli. Martinelli 1-on-1 against Kulusevski, and Kulusevski gets it off him. And it goes out for a Tottenham throwing here. Romero to take it. I like Dyer, but why he plays stupid at times. Oh no, Longley gave the free kick, not Dyer. Okay. White now with the ball. Goes all the way back to Ramsdale. Ramsdale on the edge of his own box. Clears it down the line in towards Saka, who's running against Sessegnon. But Lloris gathers it in his hands. Dyer. Lloris. Clears it down the line in towards Harry Kane. Headed on by Saliba. Richarlison will do well to get there, but Richarlison falls to the ground. Ben White picks up the loose ball, goes round the outside of Son, over the top towards Eddie Nketiah, who's offside. And Tottenham restart the game here. We saw Højbjerg backwards to Dyer. Longley on the halfway line. Saw now turns. Has time to bring it into the Arsenal half. Bringing it onto the centre circle into Richarlison. Richarlison 1-1 against Gabriel. Out to the right side towards Kulusevski. Whips the ball into the box towards no one. And it goes out for an Arsenal corner down. Arsenal goal kick down the right side. Looks like Ivan Perisic is going to be coming on here for Sessegnon. And Basuma is going to be coming on here. For Saw. So Saw comes off, and Basuma comes on, Sessegnon comes off, and Perisic comes on. So Perisic goes down the left, Basuma slots into midfield. Ramsdale to restart the game here. On the try side, 75th minute played. Tottenham nil, Arsenal 2. A Tottenham goal makes the last 15 minutes a wonderful spectacle to watch. But I just don't see it happening. I just do not see it happening. Ramsdale now to restart. Eddie Nketiah loses the battle to Dyer. Richarlison against Gabriel. Brings him down. Game carries on. Xhaka loses the ball to Harry Kane. The referee gives a free kick to Arsenal on the centre circle. Zinchenko to restart the game here. Partey. Backwards to Saliba. Zinchenko on the centre circle. Back to Saliba. Saliba into Partey. First time into Zinchenko. Out wide to Ben White. Arsenal now with Saka. Back to Odegaard. Odegaard now bringing up all forward here. And he holds on to it. Back to Saka. First time into Ben White. Odegaard. Ben White backwards to Saka on the right side. First time into Zinchenko on the centre circle. Zinchenko has time to turn. feeds it into Xhaka. Xhaka brings the ball forward. Out wide to Odegaard. Odegaard skips away from one defender, but he's brought down, and that's going to be another free kick here for Arsenal on the edge of the box, and this is from a shooting position. Romero again. He needs to take him off. Romero's giving far too many fouls away. He needs to take him off. What's he doing? 77th minute here. Odegaard to take the free kick here. Odegaard to take the free kick here. Is Xhaka lining one up? I think Xhaka's lining one up here. And it goes out for a goal kick. 78th minute. 12 minutes of the 90 to go. Plus added time. Tierney's coming on here for Arsenal. Is it for Zinchenko? No, Martinelli. Martinelli's coming off. So Martinelli comes off. And Tierney plays higher up the field for Arsenal. Flicked on there by Perisic. Richarlison loses the ball. Saliba finds Saka. Odegaard intercepted there by Højbjerg. And it's a Tottenham free kick. Dying out. Basuma to restart the game. Højbjerg goes backwards to Dyer. First time into Romero. Romero into the path of Longley. Longley into Højbjerg. Højbjerg out wide to Perisic. And Perisic goes backwards to Longley. Longley into Lloris. Out to Romero down the left-hand side. Tierney applying the pressure. And Romero just hits it out of play. Romero just hits it out of play. Wow. '79th minute, Romero to take the throwing into Højbjerg. Loses the ball to Xhaka, but he's brought down. The referee gives the free kick. Højbjerg. Longley here on this left-hand side. Bring the ball forward here for Tottenham. 10 minutes left of the 90 plus added time. Longley's passing straight into Tierney. But it's intercepted there by Longley and it's Basuma. Out to the shrine side, Romero. Romero on the halfway line, tries to feed it into Richarlison. Richarlison does well to find Kulusevski, but a free kick is going to be given here for Tottenham down the shrine side. Tottenham have a free kick here down the shrine side on the 80th minute. 9 minutes plus, just over 9 minutes to go here on Cal Sports Football, ladies and gentlemen. And they are 2 goals down. And a goal here makes the last 10 minutes interesting. Son gives the signal. He whips it in back post. Punched away by Ramsdale. Højbjerg picks up the loose ball. Back to Son. Son holds onto it here. Is he going to distribute again? Yes, he does. Ball in, headed away. Richarlison picks up the loose ball on that left-hand side, back into the box. Headed away. Son leaves it to Kulusevski. Left foot. Right foot, cleared away. Son, what are you doing? Richarlison can't get it out of his feet. Back into the box. Headed away by Saliba. Headed away by Ben White. Odegaard can't get there ahead of Basuma. Basuma lays it into Son. Son left foot. Shot blocked. Richarlison leaves it. Gets on his right foot. Shot saved by Ramsdale. How much ricocheting do you have to do at the back there? Odegaard. Out wide to Saka. 1-on-1 against Perisic. Feeds into Nketiah. Back to Odegaard. Odegaard lines one up here from distance. But it goes back to Partey. Zinchenko puts the ball into the box. Eddie Nketiah can't get there. Højbjerg brings the ball under control. Over the top to Richarlison. Richarlison tries to head it into the path of Kulusevski. But Gabriel is there. And he finds Xhaka on the left-hand side. And Arsenal just running down the clock now. But they lose it. And Tottenham now have it with Lloris on the edge of the 6-yard box. Over the top. Harry Kane can't get there. Yes, he does. Gabriel doesn't win the header. Harry Kane now with a pull on the right side. He's got 2 players to aim for. Harry Kane into Son. Son takes it off his feet and he hits it over the bar. But he goes out for a corner here. Son to take the corner down the right side. Is he going to leave it for Perisic? Yes, he does. Perisic now to take the corner. 83rd minute here on Cal Sports Football. They only need 1 goal to make the final couple of minutes of this game interesting. Is it going to come now? Ivan Perisic steps over to take the corner here down the right side. Left foot into the box, headed away by Gabriel. Kulusevski picks up the loose ball. 1-on-1 against Nketiah. Goes on the outside, across the middle. It's scrambling around the goal line. It's cleared away. And Saka just hits it down the line. Lloris will pick up the loose ball here. Basuma on the halfway line. Højbjerg. Back to Basuma on the centre circle. Out to the right side towards Kulusevski. 1-on-1 against Saka. Backwards to Longley. Longley into Højbjerg down that left-hand side. Højbjerg looking for some movement. Again, nothing there. Goes short to Son down that left-hand side. 1-on-1 against Ben White. Son stretches his legs. Goes on the outside. He cuts it back in. But it's intercepted by Ben White and it goes out for a Tottenham throwing. Perisic steps over to take it. It's going to be a long throwing here. Tomiyasu is going to be coming on. And Xhaka comes off. Sorry, Zinchenko comes off. Zinchenko coming off here. And we were taking his time to come off as well, Zinchenko. Taking his time. Tomiyasu comes on. Perisic now to take the long throwing from the 85th minute. Can he find the Tottenham head? Can they create something here? Perisic with a long throwing. Ben White heads it out for another throwing. He may have just done well to leave it out to go out for a goal kick. Again, another long throwing. Headed on by Kane. And he's brought down there. And it's a free kick here for Tottenham on the edge of the box. I think it's Longley who's brought down. And this is from a good position here. This is from a good position. Gill and Davis coming on. Oh, it's pronounced heel. Son steps over this free kick. Yeah. Son steps over the free kick, not Harry Kane. Interesting. Interesting. Where is Harry Kane? Is he in the wall? Harry Kane, looking for Kane. Where's Kane? Oh yeah, he's in the wall. Son to take the free kick here on this left-hand side for Tottenham. 86th minute, ladies and gentlemen. Is this the moment Tottenham have been waiting for? Son. Referee blows his whistles. Couple of breaths. Up and over the wall. And it falls to Basuma. Out to the shine side towards Kulusevski. One-on-one against Tierney. Cuts in on his left foot. Whips the ball into the box, but it's headed away by Xhaka. Basuma into Kulusevski. Perisic makes a run behind, but Kulusevski goes on his own. And he makes his way all the way back to Ramsdale. 87th minute here. Ramsdale over the top to Saka on that right side. But they won't go for the counter. They'll just slow it down again. Arsenal. 1-2 with Odegaard. Out to Tierney, but it goes up for a Tottenham throwing. Romero now to take the throwing here. Another substitution. Oh no, these are the double substitutions. So it's Longley coming off for Davis. Oh, Kulusevski's coming off. Kulusevski's coming off. Wow. Wow, Kulusevski. Romero to take the throwing. Into Son. Harry Kane on the halfway line. No, loses a ball to Tomiyasu, and it's Eddie Nketiah on the ball on the left-hand side. Holding on to it. He'll just go to the corner and try and run the clock down. Eddie Nketiah loses out to Dyer. Goes up for a throwing for Arsenal down the left-hand side. 88th minute here. Goes out for a Tottenham throwing, and the Tottenham fans are already leaving. Already leaving. Already leaving. Romero now to take the throwing. Richarlison brings the ball under control. And Harry Kane picks it up deep, and he drives with the ball on the centre circle. Over the top towards Son on the left-hand side. Ben White's tracking back. Son 1-1 against him. Saka's also helping. Son gets himself into the box. Perisic thought he was offside there. And Ramsdale will restart for Arsenal. High up into the air. Eddie Nketiah wins the battle against Dyer, but the referee puts it back for a free kick for Tottenham. Romero to restart into Basuma. Basuma into Davis. Sorry, into Perisic. Perisic over the top towards Richarlison. Richarlison can't get there. And actually, the referee's going to put it back for an Arsenal free kick. 5 minutes of added time to play here. 5 minutes of added time to play here. Seven shots saved by Aaron Ramsdale today. Ramsdale to restart it here on the Shine side. Ramsdale with a long kick out from the back. Eddie Nketiah will jump up for this. He still wants his goal, Eddie Nketiah. Odegaard heads it into the path of Perisic, who drives with the ball, but Ben White's there. And he'll just clear it out for a throwing on that left-hand side. Perisic should take the throwing. Backwards to Basuma. Højbjerg. Sorry, Dyer into Romero. Out to the right side towards Brian Hill. Plays a 1-2 with Højbjerg. And goes backwards to Dyer on the centre circle. Davis on that left-hand side. In the Arsenal half. Over the top by Davis. Richarlison is there, but Ramsdale gathers it in his hands. And Arsenal restart. Ramsdale now to restart. The Arsenal fans are bouncing. Longley wins the header. Sorry, not Longley. Højbjerg wins the header. Basuma brings the ball under control. Romero now. Backwards to Dyer. Dyer nearly loses the ball to Nketiah, but he just clears it down the line. Harry Kane can't get there. Cleared away by Tomiyasu. The referee pulls it back for an Arsenal free kick here on the right side. Tottenham nil, Arsenal 2, ladies and gentlemen. Did anyone really expect anything different? Ramsdale now to restart here on the right side. How are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Ramsdale with a long kick over the top. Headed away by Romero. Brian Hill can't get there. Goes out for the Tottenham. Sorry, for an Arsenal throwing. Still 1 minute to go of the added time. And Tottenham did try and do something at the start of the second half, but it fizzled out. And Arsenal have been comfortable here. Tierney now. Backwards to Tomiyasu. Who goes all the way back to Saliba. Leaves it to Ramsdale. Ramsdale high up into the air. Tierney jumps up against Romero. Romero wins the header. But Xhaka brings the ball under control. It goes out for a Tottenham throwing. Dyer. Lloris on this left hand side. Lloris high up into the air. Headed away. Can Son get there? No, he can't. Gabriel with the clearance. Højbjerg. Sorry, Dyer. Headed away by Ben White. And Dyer will head it all the way back to the keeper. Who's number 10? Emil Smith Rowe? Oh, yeah, it is Smith Rowe. Basuma now on the ball on the centre circle. Into Romero on the halfway line. Lays it into Davis. Out wide to Højbjerg. In towards Brian Hill. 1-on-1 against two defenders. Simizi on his left foot. Puts the ball into the box. Ramsdale gathers it in his hands. And Arsenal restart here. Ramsdale. High up into the air, and that's that. Thanks for a great stream as always. Scuba Culture, I appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, it has finished. Arsenal 2, Tottenham nil at the London Stadium, and Arteta may be on his way. Arteta may be on his way. What are the Tottenham fans doing? What are the Tottenham fans doing? The Tottenham fans trying to jump Ramsdale here. What the hell are they doing? How the hell? What are they doing? Go celebrate with the Arsenal fans, that's right. Arteta there grabbing his players as well. What is he doing, man? What is that fan doing? Get that fan, honestly. Arteta there again running onto the pitch, grabbing his players. Just go over to the Arsenal side. You don't need to. You don't need to do that. I'm back, by the way. Go celebrate with your fans. It's done. Arteta knows what he's doing. He grabs Xhaka. Go over. Go over to the Arsenal fans and celebrate with the Arsenal fans. That's the right thing to do. I have no idea who that Tottenham fan was, but that Tottenham fan was shocking. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to take a quick break and I'll start the second stream shortly, ladies and gentlemen. See you shortly.